Nick Astor with TriplePundit.com here at the World Future Energy Summit in Abu Dhabi. I'm here with Jakob Fontijne. He is the COO for Benelux, North Africa, and the Middle East for DNV KEMA. And I wanted to talk a little bit about energy efficiency. We've been talking to a lot of different solar companies and talking about some of the exciting new generation that's going on in this region. But another big issue is energy efficiency, and possibly a pretty big opportunity. Could you tell us a little bit about the background of the power generating situation here and how it's being used currently?
Yeah, that's fine. Hi Nick, it's good to talk to you. Yes, if you look at the Middle East, then of course there's a lot happening in the energy sector. And when we did some analysis, it actually it struck us that it's clear that the Middle East is one of the few regions where the energy intensity over the last 5 years has been increasing. And that basically means that more energy is being used at this moment in time to produce a unit of the GDP. Which basically means, if you would project that out, that there would be a bit of a challenge, I think, for the region to continue that trend. What we see currently is that there is already a looming gas shortage for some of the countries in the area. So I think there is a challenge there for the region to make sure that energy efficiency is maybe moved a little bit further to the top of the agenda.
And how big of an opportunity is energy efficiency? Is there a way to compare it to the opportunities presented by, let's say, new solar energy?
Well, I think if you look at it from an engineering perspective, then I guess you can say that if you apply the trias energetica, that if you would start from scratch, you would always try to look at first reducing the amount of energy that you use. Secondly, you would want to look at what renewable energy sources you could use, and then only then, when you've exhausted those two areas, you would say, well, what is there that I need to get from fossil fuel? So if you look at the current situation in the Middle East, I think it would be rational to do an analysis to see whether energy efficiency measures will be more cost efficient or more beneficial than investing in renewable energy. And I think that's one of the opportunities maybe for the region to look into that and to ensure that when they start spending money on renewables and spending money on energy efficiency, that they make the right choices.
Mm-hmm. And how is DNV KEMA working in the Middle East to help that process along?
Well, DNV KEMA has quite an extensive experience both in the United States and also in Europe to advise both governments and companies on designing and implementing effective energy measures. So we're quite happy that we actually can use the experience from both the US and Europe here in the Middle East, and we are working together with a number of utilities to see what kind of programs we can develop to help them in achieving their energy efficiency measures and goals.
Jakob, thank you very much for your time.
That's great. Thanks very much, Nick.
Great.